acting chairman of BNP, Tariq Rahman, returning home tomorrow after 17 years. Leaders and activists eagerly waiting. Gala reception at 300 feet. Government welcomes return of Tariq Rahman, taken necessary steps to ensure security, says Press Secretary of Chief Advisor. Merry Christmas tomorrow. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus exchanges pleasantries with Christian people marking the day. Leaders of Jamaat and NCP meet Chief Election Commissioner, urges to ensure safety and level playing field for candidates of all parties. Verdict on killing 6 people case in Chankarpur on 28th January. Trial starts against 2 officials in the case of killing 28 people in Rampura. Government appoints Justice Jubair Rahman Chaudhry as 26th Chief Justice. Bangladesh Television BTV completes its journey of 61st year, contributing to entertain and ensure free flow of information to Bangla language people across the world. Libya's army chief Muhammad Ali Ahmed al-Haddad killed in plane crash in Turkey. And Arsenal reach Carabao Cup semi-finals, beating Crystal Palace by 8-7 goals. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Tasnim Tasnim, welcoming you to News on 10 at BTV News. You've just heard the headline, now moving on to the details. After 17 years and 3 months in exile, BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman is returning to the country. He is scheduled to land at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka via Sylhet before noon tomorrow. From there, he will go directly to 300 feet road in Purbachal, where he is set to address a rally of millions of people. In anticipation of the historic moment, leaders and activists of the BNP and its affiliated and associate organizations from across the country have already begun to gather at the venue. During the fascist Hasina regime, they endured attacks, cases and repression while waiting for the return of their beloved leader. Victimized by domestic and foreign conspiracies, Tariq Rahman was forced to leave the country in 2008. Following the mass uprising of 2024, the path for his return to Bangladesh was opened. Leaders and activists who have rushed to Dhaka from different parts of the country expressed hope that Tariq Rahman, along with the people of the country, will crush all conspiracies and move the nation forward. Meanwhile, all preparations for tomorrow's grand rally have been completed and adequate security measures have been put in place. Meanwhile, BNP today held a press conference at the BNP chairperson's Gulshan political office, marking the homecoming of its acting chairperson Tariq Rahman. BNP Standing Committee member and convener of the reception committee Salahuddin Ahmed briefed journalists on Tariq Rahman's return and the planned programs. He said Tariq Rahman is scheduled to arrive in the country around 12 p.m. Thursday on a special flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines. All preparations for his homecoming have already been completed, he added. Salahuddin Ahmed said that special reception centers have been set up in Dhaka North and South, along with comprehensive arrangements for medical services and vehicle parking. He said 20 medical camps, 6 field hospitals, help desk and ambulance services have been arranged in the capital's 300 feet area alongside all other necessary facilities. The senior leader of the party also apologized to the countrymen for any unintended public inconvenience that may arise due to the program. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General and Member Secretary of the Reception Committee Ruhul Kobir Rizvi, along with other party leaders, were present at the press conference. The Advisory Council has given final approval to the draft of the Bangladesh Telecommunication Amendment Ordinance 2025. The approval was given at the regular meeting of the Advisory Council held at the Chief Advisor's office today. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus presided over the meeting. Members of the Advisory Council and the concerned secretaries were present at the meeting. In the meeting, the chief advisor directed to undertake more projects with its own funding. He also emphasized quality education, rural development, youth employment and women empowerment. Later, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shofiqul Alam briefed the reporters at the Foreign Service Academy. He said the government welcomes the return of BNP's acting chairman Tariq Rahman. In consultation with the BNP, necessary security measures have been made for Tariq Rahman according to their demands. Shofiqul Alam said that the Advisory Council has been informed about the revised budget. The budget will come into effect from 1st of February.
বাংলাদেশ টেলিকমিউনিকেশন প্রাকৃতিক সংশোধন অধ্যাদেশের 2025-এর খসড়া চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে আর 1 ফেব্রুয়ারি থেকে রিভাইজ বাজেট কার্যকর হবে। তো রিভাইজ বাজেটের বিষয়ে আজকে ক্যাবিনেটে অবহিতকরণ করা হয়েছে। চলতি অর্থবছরের শেষ নাগাদ মূল্যস্ফীতির সাথে নেমে আসবে এবং জিডিপি প্রবৃদ্ধির হার 5% হবে মর্মে আশা করা যাচ্ছে, এটা আজকে জানানো হয়েছে। মোট সংশোধিত বাজেটে ঘাটতির পরিমাণ মানে বাজেট ডিফিসিট হচ্ছে 2 লক্ষ কোটি টাকা, যা জিডিপির 3.3%। অনেক ক্ষেত্রে এই অপ্রয়োজনীয় বৈদেশিক ঋণ নিয়ে আমরা অনেক প্রজেক্ট করি, সেগুলো থেকে আস্তে সরে এসে কত বেশি নিজস্ব অর্থায়নে কত বেশি প্রজেক্ট নেওয়া যায় সেই বিষয়ে চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার এমফাসিস দিয়েছেন। তিনি বলেছেন যে এডুকেশন, বিশেষ করে কোয়ালিটি অফ এডুকেশনের উনি খুব বলেছেন যে এটা সবচেয়ে বেশি প্রাধান্য দিতে হবে। আমরা তার বাংলাদেশের প্রত্যাবর্তনকে স্বাগত জানাই এবং তার যে প্রয়োজনীয় যে সিকিউরিটি সেটার বিষয়ে আমাদের সাথে তার যে আমরা তার পার্টির আলাপ হচ্ছে, এটা তার যতটুকু তারা চাচ্ছেন যে সমস্ত মেজর পলিটিক্যাল বিএনপির সাথে কথা বলেই সেগুলো বিষয়ে লুক আফটার করা হচ্ছে।
The biggest religious festival of Christians, Christmas, will be celebrated tomorrow. On this occasion, Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus extended his heartfelt greetings and congratulations to the Christians of the country. He expressed these greetings and congratulations in a message today. In his message, Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus called on all Christians to come forward inspired by the great ideals of patriotism and humanity to realize the dream of a new Bangladesh. He said that the current interim government is working to build a non-discriminatory, just and prosperous Bangladesh for all, regardless of religion, caste and community. The Chief Advisor hopes that celebrating Christmas with due dignity and enthusiasm will further strengthen this bond of harmony. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus today exchanged Christmas greetings with representatives of the Christian community at the State Guest House Jamuna on the occasion of Christmas. Religious Affairs Advisor Dr. A.F.M. Khalid Hussain, Head of Catholic Christians of Bangladesh, Archbishop Bijoy N. D. Cruz, President of the National Christian Fellowship of Bangladesh Bishop Philip P. Odhikari, Trustee of the Christian Religious Welfare Trust Dr. Benedict Alodi de Rosario, President of the National Council of Churches in Bangladesh, Christopher Odhikari, and other prominent leaders of the Christian community were present at the occasion. In their welcome address, Christian leaders highlighted Professor Mohammad Yunus's global reputation and his role in improving the country's economy and overall situation. They expressed hope that the upcoming election would be held in a free and fair manner under his leadership. Archbishop Bijoy N. De Cruz described Jesus Christ as universal and said that, inspired by the great ideals of forgiveness and service to humanity preached by Jesus Christ, millions of people around the world, including those in Bangladesh, are celebrating Christmas this year with joy and enthusiasm. Wishing everyone on the occasion of the Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Professor Yunus said the interim government want to build a healthy society. For that reason, the July Charter has been prepared to uphold the spirit of the mass uprising. He said through a referendum on this charter, the country will move one step forward. The Chief Advisor noted that alongside the parliamentary election, a referendum will also be held this time. The next parliament will adopt reform measures based on the verdict given by the people in the referendum, Professor Yunus added. He called upon religious leaders to play a role in raising public awareness about the upcoming election and referendum. On the occasion, leaders of the Christian Religious Welfare Trust specially thanked the interim government for granting 2.5 crore taka to the trust on the occasion of Christmas. They said the grant is being distributed in 3 phases among 800 churches across the country. Later, the chief advisor cut a cake together with representatives of the Christian community to mark Christmas.
ত্রয়োদশ জাতীয় সংসদ নির্বাচন এবং গণভোট একই দিনে অনুষ্ঠিত হবে। গণভোটে যে প্রশ্নটি থাকবে সেটি হচ্ছে, আপনি কি জুলাই জাতীয় সনদ বাস্তবায়ন আদেশ 2025 এবং জুলাই জাতীয় সনদে লিপিবদ্ধ সংবিধান সংস্কার সম্পর্কিত নিম্নলিখিত প্রস্তাবসমূহের প্রতি আপনার সম্মতি জ্ঞাপন করিতেছেন? হ্যাঁ অথবা না। ক, নির্বাচনকালীন তত্ত্বাবধায়ক সরকার, নির্বাচন কমিশন এবং অন্যান্য সাংবিধানিক প্রতিষ্ঠান জুলাই সনদে বর্ণিত প্রক্রিয়ার আলোকে গঠন করা হইবে। খ, আগামী জাতীয় সংসদ হইবে 2 কক্ষ বিশিষ্ট ও জাতীয় সংসদ নির্বাচনে দলগুলোর প্রাপ্ত ভোটের অনুপাতে 100 সদস্য বিশিষ্ট একটি উচ্চকক্ষ গঠিত হইবে এবং সংবিধান সংশোধন করিতে হইলে উচ্চকক্ষের সংখ্যাগরিষ্ঠ সদস্যদের অনুমোদন দরকার হইবে। গ, সংসদে নারী প্রতিনিধি বৃদ্ধি, বিরোধী দল হইতে ডেপুটি স্পিকার ও সংসদীয় কমিটির সভাপতি নির্বাচন, মৌলিক অধিকার, বিচার বিভাগের স্বাধীনতা, স্থানীয় সরকার, প্রধানমন্ত্রীর মেয়াদ, রাষ্ট্রপতির ক্ষমতাসহ তফসিলে বর্ণিত যে 30টি বিষয়ে জুলাই জাতীয় সনদে ঐকমত্য হইয়াছে সেগুলো বাস্তবায়নে আগামী সংসদ নির্বাচনে বিজয়ী রাজনৈতিক দলগুলো বাধ্য থাকিবে। ঘ, জুলাই জাতীয় সনদে বর্ণিত অপরাপর সংস্কার রাজনৈতিক দলগুলো প্রতিশ্রুতি অনুসারে বাস্তবায়ন করা হইবে।
A 3-member delegation of Jamaat Islami met with Chief Election Commissioner AMM Nasiruddin at his office today. Briefing newsmen after the meeting, Jamaat's Assistant Secretary General and Head of Central Publicity and Media Department, Advocate Ehsanul Mahbub Jubair, said Jamaat has strongly demanded to the Election Commission to ensure a level playing field. Besides, demand was placed to the EC so that Election Code of Conduct is not violated, and also called for setting up CC camera in polling centers. Jamaat Islami Central Executive Council member Mubarak Hussain and Central Working Council member Joshimuddin Sharkar were present at the time. Meanwhile, the National Citizen Party NCP has demanded that the election will be held within the time frame announced by the Election Commission. Speaking to the journalist after a meeting with the Chief Election Commissioner, NCP Chief Coordinator Nasiruddin Patwari made the statement. The party's joint member secretary Johirul Islam Musa was also present at the meeting. Nasiruddin Patwari said that the NCP has demanded that the election date should not be postponed under the pretext of any unstable situation. They also urged the Election Commission to ensure the security of candidates from all political parties. In addition, he called for raising public awareness about the referendum, as people are not yet accustomed to participating in such a process. NCP Joint Member Secretary Johirul Islam Musa said they discussed 5 key issues related to the 13th National Parliamentary election, and that the Chief Election Commissioner assured them their concerns would be given due importance. The Election Commission EC has extended the deadline for registration on the postal vote BD application until December 31st for the upcoming 13th National Parliamentary election and referendum. EC Senior Secretary Akhtar Hamid shared the information with journalists at a briefing held at Nirbachon Bhavan today. He said the earlier deadline was December 25th, 2025, but those who have not yet registered will now be able to do so until December 31st. The EC Secretary also said that Bangladesh Bank has been asked to keep all scheduled banks across the country open on December 27th so that candidates can complete bank-related formalities while submitting or during the submission of nomination papers. As the 13th parliamentary election and the referendum scheduled for February approach, calculations and expectations are taking shape not only in the political arena but also across the country's economy. Particularly, attention is on small traders who keep the economy moving through daily transactions. How do they view the upcoming election? Abul Khair is one of them. He is a temporary betel leaf vendor who has come to Dhaka from Noakhali. Carrying his betel leaves on his shoulder, he moves from one end of the city to the other every day to earn a living. The elderly small trader said that exercising his right to vote is a civic duty. That is why, if the election is held in February, he plans to return to his home area to cast his ballot. Political instability and violence hit small traders the hardest. For this reason, they want the election to be held in a peaceful environment. Beyond voting, however, these small traders have other key demands. They want assurances that they can run their businesses without disruption in an environment free from extortion, harassment, and political influence. The International Crimes Tribunal has ordered the start of trial after formally framing charges against 4 individuals, including BGB officer Lieutenant Colonel Redwanul Islam, in a crimes against humanity case over the killing of 28 students and civilians in the capital's Rampur area during the July mass uprising. The first hearing for a witness testimony has been scheduled for January 20th. The order was issued today by a 3-member judicial panel of Tribunal 1 headed by Chairman Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Mojumdar. The other members of the panel are Justice Muhammad Shofiul Alam Mahmood and retired District and Sessions Judge Muhammad Mohitul Haq Inam Chaudhry. At the beginning of the proceedings, the tribunal rejected defense petitions seeking the acquittal of the accused. The prosecution team included Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam, prosecutors Abdullah Al-Noman, Shohidul Islam and others. Later, Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam briefed the journalists on the developments. Responding to a question from reporters regarding the trial of military personnel, Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam said, "Whoever the offender is, whatever uniform they wear or rank they hold will not be taken into consideration." He added that when the accused committed the crimes, they did so not as military personnel but as police officers, and therefore their trial will proceed in the same manner as that of other accused in similar cases. Earlier in the day, Lieutenant Colonel Redwanul Islam and Major Rifat bin Alom Moon were produced before the tribunal under tight security. The other 2 accused in the case are former Additional Deputy Commissioner ADC of DMP's Kilga Division, Muhammad Rashidul Islam, and former Acting OC of Rampura Police Station, Muhammad Moshur Rahman, who are currently absconding. Meanwhile, in another crimes against humanity case related to the killing of Imam Hassan Taim in the capital's Jatrabari area during the July mass uprising, the prosecution has submitted formal charges against 11 individuals, including former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman. The charges were filed today with the Register of the International Crimes Tribunal. Others accused in these cases include former DMP Joint Commissioner Shudeep Kumar Chakraborty, former DC of Wari Zone Iqbal Hussain, ADC Shakil Muhammad Shamim, Muhammad Masudur Rahman Monir, Nahid Firdos, then OC of Jatrabari Police Station Abul Hassan, Zakir Hussain, Muhammad Wahidul Haq Mamun, Sajjadul Zaman and Muhammad Shahadat Ali. Justice Zubair Rahman Chaudhry of the Appellate Division of the Supreme Court has been appointed as the country's 26th Chief Justice. A notification signed by Law Secretary Liaquat Ali Mullah was issued to this end on Tuesday, December 23rd, as per the President's order. The notification said the President, by virtue of the powers conferred by Article 95(1) of the Constitution, has appointed Justice Zubair Rahman Chaudhry of the Appellate Division as the Chief Justice of Bangladesh. Zubair Rahman Chaudhry will take oath as the new Chief Justice at Bongo Bhavan on December 28th. The appointment will come into effect from the date of taking oath. The country's 25th Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed will go on retirement on December 27th. Bangladesh Television BTV, the world's first Bengali language television channel, will celebrate its 61st anniversary tomorrow. The channel began transmissions on 25th of December in 1964 from the then DIT building, now the Rajuk building, under the name Pakistan Television Corporation. Following the emergence of independent Bangladesh on 16th of December in 1971, the broadcaster was renamed as Bangladesh Television. In 1975, BTV moved from the Dhaka Improvement Trust DIT building to its own premises in Rampura. From its launch in 1964 until 1980, BTV aired programs in classic black and white format, and a new era began on 25th of December in 1980 with the introduction of color broadcasting. Since its inception, BTV has operated terrestrial broadcasting, enabling viewers across the country to receive its signal through ordinary antennas. In 2004, BTV World was launched via satellite transmission, while its terrestrial broadcast was also made available through cable networks. Currently, BTV is the only television channel in Bangladesh broadcasting simultaneously via both satellite and terrestrial platforms. Following the historic mass uprising last year, Bangladesh Television launched a 24-hour news channel named BTV News. Moving on to some international news.